Hi friends, Prepared Suburbanite here. You know, to say that we live in uncertain times is quite the understatement after everything that's been going on in the year 2020 so far. And we're right now in the middle of a very aggressive presidential campaign season. I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out come November, but the thoughts of Christmas are dancing in my head. And it's time to begin to prepare your Christmas list. So stick around and I've got some ideas for you. Christmas this year, I think, is going to be quite a lot different than Christmas past. Yeah, there's an awful lot of talk about whether the pandemic is real, the virus is real, or if it's all just being made up. I've gotten a lot of interesting comments based on a couple of recent videos where I mentioned that we have, at our age, taken the whole pandemic situation pretty seriously. We wear masks when we go out. To the grocery store, to the wholesale clubs, all that. We haven't been out to dinner in a restaurant in probably 6 months. We do some takeout every once in a while, but that's about it. Now I'm pushing the golden years, we'll say. I'll be almost 70 very shortly. In fact, I am almost 70 right now. And I do have additional health issues that are being managed in cooperation with me and my physician. I was diagnosed with diabetes. I do have high blood pressure. So with that all together, leads me to believe I need to be somewhat cautious. And yeah, to all the commenters that have said, you're a coward because you are buying into all this nonsense. No, I'm just being safe and secure. And I think as a prepper, being safe and secure is one of the things that you really need to be doing. So the bottom line for us, and my two daughters are both nurses, and they work in hospitals. And my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, is just finishing up her nurse's training stuff, and she's going to be a nurse. And right now she's working part-time in a nursing home. So she's in the healthcare field. My wife was a nurse pretty much her entire career. So yeah, there's a lot of medical information floating around in our house right now. And I'm just going to be safe and secure. And as long as I have to wear a mask because our governor said I have to wear a mask, I'm going to wear a mask when we go out. If I'm going to reduce my exposure to those folks that may be involved in it, yep, I'm not going to be out protesting without a mask on. So there you go. I guess protesters don't have to wear masks, but if you want to go to church, you have to wear a mask, even if your church isn't open. I've even seen that there's a couple of churches that require that you wear a mask so that you can attend their Zoom meetings, stuff like that. So it's really getting kind of crazy, way out of hand. A lot of stuff is going to happen over the next 45 days until the election. Have no idea. But the thoughts go to Christmas. Christmas for us has always been a family affair. In years past, when the kids were real little, we'd gather either at my parents' house or at my wife's parents' house on Christmas Eve, sing Christmas carols, open a couple of early presents, get the kids all excited about Christmas. And as the years went by, things started changing a little bit as our kids got older and into high school and then out of high school and on their own. we became the place that our kids came to for Christmas. Sometimes they'd come on Christmas Eve and we'd read Christmas story. We'd exchange some presents. Other times we'd get together on Christmas Day and exchange presents, have a nice meal. In fact, a number of years ago, we decided to do away with all the hustle and bustle of having a big old traditional turkey dinner and stuff on Christmas. So we do Chinese takeout, a la the Christmas Story with little Ralphie and all that, where the neighbors' dogs ate their turkey and they ended up having to go out to a Chinese restaurant. Well, we decided, oh God, it's been 25 years. We've been doing Chinese takeout for Christmas dinner. Works out, nobody has to bust their buns to get Christmas dinner ready. But in preparation for Christmas, I'm not sure how it's all going to work out in our household, but having family all together would be a true joy. And I'm really looking forward to it if we can pull it off. But given the intro here, that we live in very uncertain times, and being a prepper, and my wife being a prepper, I wanted to share some thoughts and ideas about some of the gift-giving joys that we've engaged in the past. Because we're preppers, we like to see our family and extended family benefit from what we know about being prepared. Having some food set aside, having the freeze-dried stuff ready to go, having the emergency packs in your car, having a couple extra flashlights, having all that kind of readiness stuff at your disposal. Because whenever it's going to happen, and we've already experienced a pandemic and we're living through it right now, not as bad as it could have been a lot worse, but for sure, being prepared for anything all starts with having enough food, having enough water, and having enough other preparedness necessities. Flashlights, cooking, cooking methods, cooking means, that kind of stuff. So here's some of the things that we have given as gifts in the past, and I would suggest that you guys take a look at as part of your gift giving come this holiday season. For Patriots is a website that sells all kinds of good stuff. I've been pretty impressed with their power cells. They market an 8,000 milliamp power cell, portable, that you can plug your phone into, keep it charged, plug in any other kind of rechargeable item in there. And those power cells make great gifts. We did that last year and maybe even the year before to our grandkids, to our kids, to sisters and brothers, that kind of a thing. So for about 30 bucks a piece, it really does make a super nice gift. Also from 4patriot.com, they've got a 72-hour food kit. They've got Victory Garden seed packages or a seed collection that are just indispensable. So if you know somebody that likes to do gardening like we do, that seed collection would really come in handy. It's all packed. It's going to last for a long, long time, even if you don't use it right away. You can. We stick ours in our freezer. We got a couple extras of those in our freezer just in case the stuff happens where you can't get your seeds at your local garden store or the local big box store. Seeds can be a tough thing. They were a little bit thin this year, early in the season, because of the pandemic was just kind of rolling along, and I think a lot of folks bought extra seeds. So it's nice to have a backup that's well sealed, well protected, all that. So the Victory Garden Seed Collection, great gift. The 72-hour food kit, freeze-dried food in packs, ready to be reconstituted. Just throw in a little bit of hot water and start stirring things up. It's going to work out great. It's great stuff to put in your get-out bags or your get-home bags or whatever you want to do in your vehicles in case you get stuck out on the road. Always nice to have some backup food kind of stuff there. ReadyWise does another 72-hour food kit. They also do the big buckets that I guess you might be able to get a week's worth food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of stuff with some beverages in there. Reasonably priced, all freeze-dried, reconstitutable food. Really great to have as part of your backup plan, and they make certainly terrific Christmas gifts. Some of the other basics, if you don't have it and your sister needs it, you need it, do you have a good bag that you can use to be your bug out bag or your get home bag that you can throw in the trunk of your car, in the back seat of your vehicle, and fill it with preparedness items, food, clothing, water filtration, that kind of stuff. Enough to get you home if it's a get home bag, or enough to keep you going for 72 hours or so if you have to bug out. Do you have a bag to put that stuff in? There's a number of great backpacks out there that are reasonably priced. You don't have to spend $200 or $400 on an executive backpack. You can get them for between $30 and $100, and some of them are just absolutely terrific. We've got a number of them designed for very specific uses, either get-home bags or bug-out bags, and they're stocked up the way they need to be. But the bags themselves make a great gift, and if you're really creative, you can fill those bags up with stuff that your family members, your loved ones, that you exchange gifts with at Christmas, that they could benefit from. So if you want to stuff it full, feel free. I think they're great Christmas gifts. You've got things like flashlights, knives, water filtration kind of devices, the life straws, those kinds of things. All make terrific gifts. If you want to put it all in a bug-out bag for your kids or your neighbors or your uncles or your aunts, I think they make terrific gifts. The backpacks, the little pouches too, from Condor and all that, the little zipper pouches, they're absolutely terrific for holding small stuff. I've got 2 or 3 of them that are in our vehicle that we keep in our bug-out bags that we use for very specific purposes. Some are designed for first aid, some are designed for fire starting, some are designed to just stand alone as a mini survival kit with a knife and a flashlight and emergency matches and those kinds of things. That's the kind of stuff that for gift giving at Christmas, wonderful things to stuff stockings with, wonderful gifts to give to your kids, your grandkids, your brothers, your sisters. Keep that in mind. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you that Christmas is right around the corner. So be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.